Been writing these thoughts down, bleeding on pages. Real recognize real through all the stages. Pain and patience, that's what made us. Sitting here thinking about the roads we walk. Brothers beside me when the times got dark. Streets keep calling but my mind stay sharp. Real recognize real, that's the mark we spark. Pressure builds up but we never break apart. Loyalty living in my beating heart. Real recognize real from the very start. Growing up grinding, playing our part. Real recognize real, that's the code we live. Real recognize real, got so much to give. Real recognize real through the pain we sift. Real recognize real, that's the only gift. Real recognize real when the fake ones drift. Real recognize real, that's the blessed shift. Real recognize real when the fake ones drift. Real recognize real, that's the blessed shift. Betrayal burns, builds my backbone stronger. Fake friends fade when the nights grow longer. Real ones remain when the pain grows stronger. Truth tells tales that last much longer. Streets stay scheming, trying to conquer. Bonds break easy when the test gets tougher. Real recognize real through the rougher buffer. Love stays loyal when life gets tougher. Been through battles, scars still showing. Heart still heavy but my strength keeps growing. Past keeps pulling but my future's glowing. Real recognize real, that's the truth worth knowing. Real recognize real, that's the code we live. Real recognize real, got so much to give. Real recognize real through the pain we sift. Real recognize real, that's the only gift. Real recognize real when the fake ones drift. Real recognize real, that's the blessed shift. Some days darker than the rest. Faith feels fragile in my chest. But real recognize real puts my soul to test. Brotherhood blessed, we remain at our best. Writing words like wounds that won't heal proper. Stress stays steady, got me feeling chopped up. Real recognize real when the block erupts. Trust takes time but betrayal corrupts. Blood runs thick when the going gets rough. Love stays strong when the road gets tough. Real recognize real, that's enough. Authentic action when the talk gets bluff. Real recognize real, that's the code we live. Real recognize real, got so much to give. Real recognize real through the pain we sit. Real recognize real, that's the only gift. Real recognize real, then the fake ones drift. Real recognize real, that's the blessed shift. Real recognize real when the fake ones drift. Real recognize real, that's the blessed shift. Real recognize real, been my guiding star. Real recognize real, show me who we are. Real recognize real, healing every scar. Real recognize real, near and far. Yeah. Sometimes I wonder, you know, I'm my brother on the block. Check it. Why we fall when we try to stand? My brother lost, can't understand. Grew up poor with empty hands. Now he's gone, wasn't in the plans. Streets cold, but his heart was warm. Mama cried through every storm. Tried to keep him safe from harm, but the block got him as the norm. Why we fall when we try to rise above it all? Why we fall, my brother's gone, he gave it all. Why we fall when we fight so hard? Life dealt him a losing card. Wanted more than just these scars. Dreams big but the streets are scarred. He believed in something real. Pain's the only thing we feel. Time don't help the wounds to heal. Lost my friend, this can't be real. Why we fall when we try to rise above it all? Why we fall, my brother's gone, he gave it all. Tell me why good ones leave and bad ones stay. Tell me we fall, why we fall, when we try to rise above it all. Why we fall, my brother's gone, he gave it all. Why we fall, rest in peace, my brother. Why we fall. Yeah, West Coast shit. For my real ones. Born in the struggle, mama worked doubles just to keep us fair. Now I'm blessed, but I ain't forget where I came from. Fuck the fake love, I got real ones. Brothers stay down when times got rough. Now we all up, but we still tough. Loyalty runs deep in these streets where we learn how to survive. Now we cry, but we still ride for the ones who been there from day one. Real ones stick around, real ones hold it down. Pain made me strong, nights got longer, but I pushed through. Fuck what they said, I kept my head high as the sky. Dreams don't die if you really try. Lost some friends along the way, but that's okay, cause the real ones stay. Now I'm paid, but I ain't changed, still the same. From the block where we learn how to rock with nothing but hope in our hearts, that's where it starts. Real ones stick around, real ones hold it down. They said we wouldn't make it, but look at us now. Fuck all the doubters, we figured it out. Street lessons taught me, never trust easy, keep my circle small. Cause when you fall, only few will call to check on you. That's when you knew who was really true. Now I'm blessed with success, but I confess I miss the stress of grinding hard with my guard on the job. But before trying to understand now, shit, sometimes I'm on when it's winning song. Then my own arms, laying burning. So my wrong hearts, yeah. Last cops, just got. Yeah. From the bottom, man. Real shitty film. I've been through the mud, I've been through the pain. Lost so many homies, driving me insane. Started from the block where the fiends get high. Now I'm counting paper, reaching for the sky. Mama used to cry when the rent was due. Now she riding clean in that Benz so blue. I remember nights when we had no food. Now the fridge stay full, that's that real good move. Fuck the fake friends who switched up quick. When I had nothing, man, they made me sick. Now they all calling when they see me shine. But I keep it real with my day one grind. Growing up in Compton where the bullets fly. See my brothers fall, made me wonder why. But I kept on pushing through the darkest days. Now I'm blessing others, it's a pain to the power. From the struggle to the top, I ain't never gonna stop. No, I ain't never gonna stop. From the pain to the power, every hour that I drop, I ain't never gonna stop. No, I ain't never gonna stop. I was broke as hell, sleeping on the floor. Now I got a mansion with swimming pool for sure. Used to steal from stores just to get a meal. Now I'm giving back, that's how good it feels. Loyalty runs deep in my DNA. Ride or die for real, that's the only way. Fuck the police who would harass us daily. Now they show respect when they see me late. Street life taught me how to survive. Keep your circle small if you wanna stay alive. I done seen it all, man, the good and bad. Lost my pops young, that shit made me mad. But I channeled anger into something great. Turned my pain to power, couldn't sit and wait. Every score I got tells a different story. Now I'm writing checks, basking in the glory. From the pain to the power, from the struggle to the top. I ain't ever gonna stop. No, I ain't ever gonna stop. From the pain to the power, every hour that I drop, I ain't ever gonna stop. No, I ain't ever gonna stop. They don't understand what we've been through. All the sleepless nights when the bills came due. But we made it out. Yeah, we made it out. That's what real strength is all about. From the pain to the power, from the struggle to the top, I ain't ever gonna stop. No, I ain't ever gonna stop. From the pain to the power, every hour that I drop, I ain't ever gonna stop. No, I ain't ever gonna stop.